The diagram shows the floor of a room of length 16 feet. A carpet of width 9 feet is placed so that there is a border of 1.5 feet wide all around it. Calculate the width of the room. We already know that the length of the room is 16 feet. Now our goal is to determine what is the width of the room. Now the width of the room is this particular portion right here. So this is the width of the room. So let me denote it using the red, okay? So this right here is the width of the room, right? I'm gonna call it W. So that's the width of the room, and we need to determine, okay, what is the width of this room? But the good part about it is that we already know that this part right here, okay, this part right here is 9 feet. And we know that because, well, this part is 9 feet. And so this is a triangle, this is a rectangle. So this part would also be 9 feet. So that's good. And we already know that this portion right here, right, this portion right here, okay, this portion right here is 1.5 feet, which is going to be 1.5 feet. Okay, so this is 1.5 feet. So we have 9 feet, 1.5 feet, and also this right here is also going to be 1.5 feet. Okay, and so this right here is 1.5 feet. Okay, so 1.5 feet. And so that means that if we want to figure what is the width of the room, which is this right here, the entire length is going to be 9 feet plus 1.5 feet plus 1.5 feet. And so that's going to be the width of the room, 9 feet plus 1.5 feet plus 1.5 feet, which gives us 12 feet. So whereas the length of the room is 16 feet, the width of the room is 12 feet long. Next, let's move on to the next question. It says, calculate the area of the room. Now the area, the room is a rectangle. So the area of the rectangle is given by length times width. The length is 16 feet and the width is 12 feet. And so that means that the area of the room is 16 feet times 12 feet, which is going to be 192 feet squared. And so that's going to be the area of the room. Next, we need to calculate the area of the border. Now the border is very important to understand what is the border. The border is this particular space right here. That's the border, all right? So we want to figure what is the area of the border, this area right there, okay? Now, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna first, I'm gonna first put here length and width. So this right here is the carpet, okay? So it says a carpet has a width of 9 feet. Is placed so that there's a border around it. So this right here is the carpet. It has a width of 9 feet. But what is the length of this carpet? Because the first thing we need to do is figure out what is the area of this carpet. But in order to figure out the area of this carpet, we need to determine what is the length of the carpet. We already know what the width is, but we need to determine the length of the carpet. Well, notice that this right here, okay, this right here is this right here is 1.5 feet. Okay, so this right here is 1.5 feet. Okay, and this right here, okay, is also 1.5 feet. And we know that because it says in the question that it has a border of 1.5 feet or 1.5 feet wide all around. And so this is 1.5 feet, right? This is 1.5 feet. This right here is also 1.5 feet. Okay. And so what that means is that this right here is 1.5 feet. Okay, so that's denoted properly. So this right here is 1.5 feet. This right here is 1.5 feet. And the total length of the room is 16 feet. So if we just want this length, all we need to do is remove this 1.5 and remove this 1.5. And then we can get the length of the carpet. So we're going to say that the length of the carpet is going to be 16 feet minus the sum of 1.5 and 1.5. And that's going to give us 16 feet minus 3 feet, which gives us 13 feet. So the length of the carpet is 13 feet. And so now we can find the area of the carpet. So the area of the carpet is going to be length times width. The length is 13 feet and the width is 9 feet. So it's going to be 13 times 9. And 13 times 9 is definitely 117 feet squared. And that's the area of the carpet. Now that we know the area of the carpet, we need to figure what is the area of the border. Now the area of the border is going to be the difference between the area of the room and the area of the carpet. We already know that what is the area of the room. The area of the room is 192 feet squared, which we calculated previously. And we have 117 feet squared. That's the area of the carpet, which we just calculated. And so when we subtract them, we get 75 feet squared. So that means that the area of this border, right, this white border that we have here, the area of this border is going to be the difference between the area of the room and the area of the carpet, which is 75 feet squared. And that's going to be the answer to this question, 75 feet squared.